What have they done to our stones, Mum? What have they done to our stones, Mum? What have they done to our stones, Mum? What have they done to our stones? They've turned them into a theme park. They've turned them into a theme park. They've turned them into a theme park. That's what they've done to our stones. Lots of things geared to children, sweets, that kind of thing. There's an English heritage Monopoly game over there. All geared to children, very, very tacky. This is all before you even experience the stones themselves. The question is, are these the right kind of products? Are these the right kind of tourists? Is this what they want to be bringing into Glastonbury? Imagine one of these next to Glastonbury tour. T-shirts of the tour, paraphernalia. Stuffed toys of the stones down here. Amazing pop-up Stonehenge book. Stonehenge stickers. A little miniature Stonehenge here to take home with you. A little mini monument there as well. Unbelievable, isn't it? The merchandise. Stonehenge games. Dishcloths. Unbelievable, isn't it? Talk about commercialization, commodification of the sacred. And everybody seems to be loving it all, don't they? Can't get enough of it.
I'm just telling you, I think I may get this, because maybe. How much is the risk?
Sorry.
The range of t-shirts must be about 20 different design of t-shirts. And tourists from all over the world, money tourists are here. Unbelievable. And this is all on top of the £30 that you pay for your entrance fee. Wow. Stonehenge hoodies. Get your hoodies here. Look at this. Even got a reconstruction of the stones here, haven't they, in the shop? Wow. So realistic. Children's section here. We've got children's t-shirts, hats. Get them while they're young. Build your own Stonehenge as well. Here, look. Build your own. Take it home with you.
Bye.
And of course, all the obligatory sweets. Stonehenge chocolates for just £6.50. Oh, £6 for these. Get chocolate, Stonehenge chocolate. Only £6.
Stonehenge and Abbey World Heritage Site is looked after and managed through a partnership of national organisations, the local authority, amenity groups, landowners, farmers and residents of the World Heritage Site. The partners include English Heritage, Historic England, the National Trust, Wiltshire Council and Natural England.
Yeah. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Just did a screenshot of it. Okay, thank you. And I noticed it wasn't cheaper for senior.
That's correct. On weekends,
Oh, I
unfortunately,
see.
it's
I wondered
standard
why.
pricing for everyone.
Right,
But
okay.
we do still have our senior membership, which can work out a little bit cheaper there.
I see. So if it's weekend, they don't get a reduction.
Unfortunately, not senior
Okay.
students, I'm
I
afraid.
see. Okay, thank you. So this is the exhibition gallery section. Series of photographs. Somebody who worked with a primary school. Trying to discover Englishness at the Nine Ladies Stone Circle, which is near the school. So we've got, this is Stone Circle's Echoes, Stone Circle's community and heritage. So different sites featured in this exhibition are Arborough from Derbyshire, Nine Ladies Stone Circle, and that's in the Peak District, and lastly Kingston Russell Stone Circle. So they've been working with communities in these different areas. an arts charity.
Can I just check everyone's wristband, please? While we're waiting, can I just check everyone's wristband, please? Yeah. Do you mind popping those on your wrist for me?
Okay, sure.
What it is in Glastonbury, they're trying to bring in World Heritage Status, which is what they've got here, to the tour in the Abbey. So what we're doing today is we're just asking a few people what they think of the experience. So that's what it's about. Don't worry, it won't be. We're not BBC or anything like that. So what were you saying? What was your experience today like compared to before?
Well, I was a different person then, to be honest with you. But yeah, when I came 10 years ago, there was none of this. This all feels a bit formal and a bit like you're queuing for a theme park or something, and it kind of spoils the flow of it. So I get that they've got to do it, and if the money goes to a good cause and upkeep of all the heritage sites and stuff, it's great. But yeah, it sort of kills the experience. Yeah. And it doesn't seem really in tune with what I see Stonehenge as being all about.
It should be mystical, shouldn't it? Right, thank you so much.
Right, no worries.
Thank you. And you.
Just on nice little buses. Imagine a cute little monorail. It's all just too.
It's too much. From here you can explore the monuments in the unique landscape surrounding Stonehenge and walk in the footsteps of our prehistoric ancestors. After the 1.5 miles on the shuttle bus, I'm going through the gift shop. Here we are, approaching. We're finally there. It's taken us about an hour and a half. Not the most mystical experience of my life, I must say. Concrete pathways, fencings. I wonder how close to the stones we can actually get. I imagine they'll be cordoned off and we'll just look inside at them from a distance.
Well, let's hope not. After saying 30 quid a head, we can get up to them.
No, I don't think we can. I think it's all cordoned off by the looks of it.
Oh, what a switch.
We'll probably get arrested for trying to touch them. Like the guy from English Heritage says, they're under a lot of control from the World Heritage. They have to do what they say. So people just have to take pictures of them, get as close as they can. No mystical experience there then. Wow. It's a selfie station From the sacred to a selfie station. That's what it is. This is what we've come to.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Unable to touch or interact with the stones. It's all cordoned off, but we're allowed to walk around the stones, see them at a distance. This is about as close as we can get.
That is absolutely appalling.
What do you think about it, Jack?
I feel really cheated after having spent 30 quid to get in, and now we can't actually get in.
And you're a senior as well, so you didn't even get any reduction for a weekend ticket.
Yeah.
Pretty appalling, isn't it?
I think it's a rip-off. It's a total rip-off. Those stones belong to us. Those stones belong to the people. They don't belong to English heritage. They don't belong to World Heritage, to UNESCO. They belong to the people of Britain.
They certainly do, and it's our connection with our ancestors as well, isn't it?
No loyalty. No, absolutely. So friendly. Hello.
Hello, darling. Okay, so we're here at Stonehenge, and we're just trying to find about the numbers of tourists that come here daily. So this lovely lady's agreed to be interviewed. And sorry, I don't know if your name's Susan. She's a visitor assistant.
Sue to my friends.
Hi, Sue. Nice to have you here. So what's the average number of tourists that come here daily, would you say?
Well, we're open obviously 364 days a year, just close Christmas Day. The winter, people aren't so keen to come, so we get probably 2,000-3,000 people during the colder part of the winter. Come Easter, it goes crazy, and we get sort of 4,000 plus up to the summer, where we can get between 10 and 11,000. We've just had our summer solstice, as everybody knows, the whole world over, and we had in excess of 25,000 people here this solstice.
Wow.
So, yeah, so we get big numbers.
And did they go right up to the stones at the solstice?
They can go right up to the stones. We take all the ropes away.
Great.
People can go right up to stones. We get the druids and pagan groups coming and having a bit of a celebration. They're not supposed to touch the stones, but invariably they do. So, yeah, so it's it keeps drawing the people.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue.
No
Thank
problems.
you.
Have a great rest of your visit.
Thank you very much.
Here we are at Stonehenge, and I was just wondering, where have you come from to visit the stones today?
We come from Catalonia.
Oh,
Spain.
wow. Oh, lovely.
Yes.
And are you enjoying visiting the stones?
Yes.
What do you like about the place here?
I like all of
it,
the stones and all the fields.
Yes.
Energetic.
The energy, yeah.
Energy.
Did you like the shop and the shuttle to come here? The shop over there. You like that you've come for this?
I don't see the
no,
shop.
You didn't go to the shop.
We only visit the stones.
Yeah, the sacred stones.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a Reiki master, and I work with apometry, and I'm a medium and everything. So, and I work with healing.
Yeah.
I'm a dentist, but I work with healing in my religion and things like that. So, and I like to feel energy because I see things that are with the third eye.
Of course.
Yeah, and that's what I was searching for. I was searching for the energy that I could see from
Yeah.
the earth or the stones or something
Yeah.
like that.
So where do you live? Where have you visited?
Brazil.
You're from Brazil, yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm not from
I'm not
Brazil,
from Brazil.
but I have lived there for 50 years. I'm
Ah,
I'm half Latvian,
okay.
but I'm born in Spain, but I'm Swedish citizen, so I'm
Yeah,
kind of
that's all right.
yeah,
There's lots of things.
yeah, yeah.
So what's brought you to Stonehenge? Is it to tune into the vibration?
I'm coming. I came here to make a trip through the Baltic Sea. So, and because of my friend, I came to England first, and then we are going to Germany and go up to Latvia, Riga, which I don't know, but is my homeland in a way.
Yeah.
And my kids, they speak Latvian too. So I'm finally coming because the rest of my family, my grandparents, which are from Riga, they of course they passed away already, but I didn't have the opportunity to come with them to Riga, and I lived in Sweden, so I like Sweden. I lived in Gothenburg, so I'm going round Stockholm, Gothenburg, and then to London again. And then my friend brought me to the beach here, and we were just speaking about the locations of Stonehenge, and he said, "Oh, it's not so far away from here." So, and then I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, please bring me here because it's so wonderful. I love to, but I have forgotten because I was thinking about the rest of it because that's a kind of ancestors trip I'm having.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole experience, like coming on the bus here and the?
Well, we came by foot, but
you
I think it's
walked.
rather
Yeah, the shuttle bus.
it's a little bit far. You get a little tired because you want to go, or I wanted to see it from all angles to feel. And then this wonderful lady told me that the spot number 3 was an energetic spot, so that's why I sat there to try to do this.
Did you feel the energies
Yes,
there?
yes,
Yeah.
for sure. I think it's impossible not to.
Yeah.
But you have, of course, to be into these things and comprehend these things. It's not like just a beautiful touristic thing.
Yeah,
You know?
I've seen
And
the
it's
earth.
so
I've seen the earth
old.
pulsating different colours myself,
Yes, yes.
but not always in more of an altered state, if you know
Uh-huh.
what I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Well,
it's good that you can
I'm
do that.
acquainted with ayahuasca and things that elevate your state of mind and past lives and things like that. But it's very much. You have to study a lot. You have to comprehend it, and you have to have sensitivity to feel it. So it's not for everyone. I mean, and of course, a lot of people come just to say that it's okay. I've been here and it's beautiful,
so
but
bucket
it's much
list.
more. Yeah,
Yeah,
much
it
more
was
than
lovely
that.
that you were tuning in that way. It's really beautiful.
I really looked forward to one day do it, and I couldn't imagine that that day
Wow.
would be today. So
Oh, well,
it's a
thanks for
beautiful
sharing
day,
that. Yeah.
and it's empty. She said because
Yeah.
sometimes it's very full, and then because you feel the energy of the crowds too. So
Yes.
so to detach from that and try to focus on receiving the energy is not very easy. So
sometimes there's double or triple the number of people. There was 5,000 today.
she said that 25,000 people or something like that to stay all day and night to see
Summer
the sun coming. And I already knew that it's just one of the things is that it's a big clock of the seasons and the sun and everything. And I'm an astrologer too, so it's very it was very.
You're an
important.
all-rounder,
Yeah,
multi-talented woman.
Yeah, I've been studying for more than 10 years about everything now, and I made my courses and everything. Aromatherapist, I'm a holistic therapist and everything. So, but I love it. I just love it. I'm a dentist because I have to, survive, and I love it too. And I use these things on my patients too.
Yeah.
But I think. Well, if I could, and I wish I would have more time to study more and look more deeply into all this because there nowadays I was joking that we're not burned anymore so we can speak about it freely and there are many people who are sharing now information that we didn't have and stuff so it's wonderful. I'm very happy that I interest myself about these things for more
and
than
you're opening up your third eye. So what do you think about the commercial side, the shop and things like that?
Well,
Do you
I love this
you
bag,
got a
so
nice
I'm
bag
very
in
proud
there.
of it. Yeah. And I will,
Yeah.
wear it for my courses and stuff I do,
Of
so
course.
for me
As
it's
a
important.
memento.
Yeah. I haven't been in the shop because I wanted to come here before. But it's nice, yeah. But I just think that maybe it could be easier to get here.
Yes, right.
Because
The
probably there are
access.
older people or people, with other differences.
We saw a man in a wheelchair going around.
Yeah,
so,
but it's not easy to. I don't know how she came. Probably by bus, and then
he must have gone the bus. I
when
think.
you come by car, it's a little bit far to go.
It is, isn't it? And in this heat, not everybody wants to walk.
And then you lose more time to get here than you have to spend here. Almost. But it's wonderful, wonderful. I really loved it. It was a great experience.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
While World Heritage Status brings prestige and protection to Stonehenge, it has also had some negative effects and challenges. These include increased tourism. World Heritage designation attracts more visitors, which strains local infrastructure, causes wear and erosion to the landscape, and raises issues of crowd control, tension with local communities. Local residents and farmers may feel their concerns are overlooked due to global conservation priorities. Now, one of the advantages that they talk about is World Heritage will prevent, is supposed to be able to prevent undesirable developments, although it hasn't had much effect in Liverpool, has it? All World Heritage was able to do was take away the World Heritage status. They weren't able to actually prevent the developments. One of the big problems is conflicts with spiritual and cultural groups. Pagans, Druids, and other spiritual groups have long considered Stonehenge to be sacred. Strict protections and managed access create tension, especially around the solstices. People just want free access to the stones, which was actually denied for several years. Certain groups can now get access to the stones again, but they were kept out for years. Controversial infrastructure projects. Now, like I say, the World Heritage is supposed to stop unnecessary, undesirable development. But have you seen the visitor centre? We showcase it in this video, and English Heritage went ahead and built that, and UNESCO World Heritage weren't able to stop them, or whether they even tried, I don't know. There's been a lot in the papers recently about the tunnel at the A303. I think currently it's on hold, but there was a great deal of concern at one point as to whether digging a very great tunnel through there would interfere with archaeological work. And archaeological work for the future. We had a similar problem with the Hill of Tara in Ireland. Archaeologists were very, very worried that the site would be so destroyed by the building of the road that there would be no point in sending archaeologists in the future to do any digs. Conservation bodies and local archaeologists often disagree over what protection really means, leading to legal battles. And the big problem that we've highlighted in this video, over commercialization, the visitor centre, the gift shop, they've been criticised for commodifying a sacred site. We've just seen how upset Amanda was going in there and looking around and seeing the polystyrene stones, and it's just tacky, isn't it? It was all just so tacky. So let's have a look at some of the history. 1985, June the 1st, the Battle of the Beanfield. Who remembers that? Any of you actually there? It was a violent, very, very violent clash between Wiltshire police and a convoy of New Age travellers known as the Peace Convoy. I mean, this has to be seen in the context of the rise of the New Age traveller movement at that time, which was very much a sort of hybrid movement between the hippies. They were attracted to the lifestyle being enjoyed by Romany gypsies, and thought they could do something similar. And why not? But of course, they hadn't had centuries of culture and traditions. They had to learn how to do it from scratch. And to be honest, in the beginning, some got it wrong. Some left a lot of litter everywhere and destruction. That is true. And of course, there's always the one or two that spoil it for everybody else. So when the peace convoy arrived in Wiltshire, the county council in particular were particularly worried. They called in the police, and the travellers were told that they couldn't approach Stonehenge along the A303. And the legalities of that are still debated today. So the police waded in with truncheons. During the Battle of the Beanfield, as it was called, it's estimated that over 100 vehicles were destroyed by police. Eyewitnesses and journalists reported the vehicles being smashed, windows broken, and just rendered useless. There was one case of a window being smashed by the police, and then the policeman reaching in and grabbing a woman by the hair and trying to drag her out through the broken window, past the broken glass. It was horrendous what happened. Somebody had a fractured skull, others had broken arms, and it was horrendous. It needn't have happened, it shouldn't have happened. Converted buses, vans and trucks, all destroyed. People's homes destroyed. People left with nowhere to live, nowhere to go. In the following year, 2086, UNESCO World Heritage Status was granted. Stonehenge was designated a World Heritage Site along with Avebury, which brought global recognition. Not that it needed any, it was already a world famous site. And it brought with it increased tourism and development. During the 1990s, access and preservation concerns grew. Erosion, damage from foot traffic around the stones became significant because of the increased tourism. Public access began to be restricted. I went there as a kid with my mum and dad in the 60s. We just went up to the stones, had a good look round, had a picnic on the stones, if I remember. Took all our rubbish away with us, of course, because people did in those days. I think we were just more responsible people in those days. It would never have occurred to us to have left any rubbish behind. In 1979, the government proposes a tunnel to replace the 303. Archaeologists and environmentalists oppose it due to potential damage to the surrounding landscape. And as I said before, archaeologists need to move in before anything like that happens and have a dig, because they can't go in afterwards. It's ruined. So in the year 2000, solstice celebrations resumed, and people were allowed back in again for the solstices. After years of being banned, the new visitor centre was built in 2013, located 1.5 miles from the stones, with shuttles to reduce on-site impact. It's quite good in a way. We went down on the shuttle bus. It's all included in the horrendous price of 30 quid a head. 30 quid for what? For what used to be free. So UNESCO did actually do something useful. They objected to the tunnel, and in 2021 the project was ruled unlawful, and yet plans still went ahead, and in 2023 UNESCO threatened to revoke World Heritage Status unless the plans for the tunnel were scrapped. So Amanda and I are from Glastonbury, and we went down to have a look, specifically because there's a proposal to bring in World Heritage Status to Glastonbury, and we're part of an organisation that wants to stop it. Yeah, it would bring greater recognition to Glastonbury, if indeed we want that. I don't think we do. I think we have enough recognition. We already have plenty of tourists, more than the town can cope with. And that would just bring in more and more and more and more and more tourists. The council have said they want the right sort of tourists. Oh yes, we want the right sort of tourists. What they mean is the people with no spiritual awareness whatsoever, and who just want to tick it off their bucket list and spend some money and go away. Well, we saw plenty of those at Stonehenge. It was quite embarrassing, really, how ignorant most of them were. It would cause huge traffic congestion in the town and parking issues. So we don't know quite what would have to happen to make that possible, but it would destroy a very beautiful town. And the natural area surrounding the town. The road leading to the foot of the Tor would have to be widened or made one way. It would just ruin the place as far as we're concerned. But those that only see money, 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 they want to push it through. Overcrowding in local shops. Of course, local shops want more business, but you can hardly move in some of the shops now in the summer. And overcrowding in the natural areas. And the erosion that would bring. A few years ago in Glastonbury, the steps, the path up to the Tor steps were installed because of the erosion to make it easier. And that's just with the level of visitors that we get now. There'd be greater environmental pressure on the Tor, Chalice Well, and the surrounding countryside. UNESCO recognition often attracts corporate investment and global tourism and branding. Independent shops, alternative culture, and the spiritual communities that define Glastonbury could be pushed out by commercialisation. Local house prices would inevitably rise, bringing gentrification to the area and displacing local residents. It's a typical sort of thing, isn't it? You put money before people. There would be increased cultural and religious tensions. At the moment, different religions, we all get along in Glastonbury. We get along remarkably well. I knew I was home on my first visit when I went to St. John's Church and heard some singers chanting chants to the goddess in a Christian church. I thought, this is brilliant. We all just accept one another and get along. Glastonbury is a spiritual hub for pagans, Druids, Christians, and New Age communities. UNESCO would bring increased oversight and regulation, which might limit open ritual use, leading to conflict. UNESCO has a tendency to standardize historical narratives. And this might downplay the mythic and esoteric interpretations of the people who really know what's going on. One of the good things, or one of the things the council keeps saying as to why they want to do it, is it would bring in restrictions on planning laws, so it wouldn't be possible to build inappropriate structures. But, you know, as I say, that's failed at Stonehenge, and that's failed at in Liverpool. UNESCO has proved totally toothless, really. All they can do is to say, we're going to take our status away. You know, yeah, okay, take it away. We didn't want it in the first place. Bye-bye. So, yeah, disputes would inevitably arise between local councils, religious groups, the festival organisers, and international conservation bodies, i.e. UNESCO. Decisions about site management might shift away from local voices to global heritage institutions. Let's not forget that UNESCO is part of the UN, United Nations. And I have written extensively, and I've done shows before on this channel, and on my other channel, Love Not Fear, about the Agenda 2030, the 17 so-called Sustainable Development Goals. And the one word that jumps out of every single one of the 17 goals is management. And management, of course, is just a euphemism for control. We can make things better by controlling it. No, sorry, mate, you can't. Let the local people on the ground control it. They know far better about what's going on than you do. Rant over.